Welcome to Champion Minded, the podcast for those who aim for excellence, not only in the sports arena, but in life. My name is Allistair, author, speaker, mindset and performance coach, and my goal is to help you unleash your unlimited potential and provide you with the tools to achieve greatness. Are you ready to become champion minded? Then let's do this. Hey everyone, welcome to the Champion Minded podcast, or welcome back to it. I'm Allistair. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about team culture, and this one is especially for athletes, team members, and my question to them is going to be, what kind of culture do you have? Now, if there's one thing I can tell you about all great team cultures, it's this: they are never by accident. On great teams, you will discover that team leadership is intentional and purposeful about creating a vision and a plan for developing the culture that they want. In my visits to many colleges, sports teams, and corporate organizations around the world, I've discovered that when it comes to the subject of culture, many people have a great misconception of what it really means. But first, let me start with what culture is not. Contrary to popular belief, culture is not an impressive logo, a slogan on the back of a t-shirt, or a list of buzzwords on a gym wall, for example. Simply explained, culture is the way things are done within a team or organization. Culture includes the beliefs, behaviors, and experiences carried out on a day-to-day basis within a working environment. Usually within an intentional culture, there will be a set of standards or rules in place. These signify what is accepted and what is not accepted within the team or organization. Fact is culture is not a sometimes thing, it's an everyday thing. If you have a poor culture, your chances of sustained success are slim. What I've discovered in observing successful teams and organizations over the years is that those who have consistency in their behaviors and maintain high standards ultimately succeed over the long run. They might not win all the time, but they perform at a higher level over the longer term. Their standards and values are never compromised. No excuses, no matter what. Every aspect of what matters most in a great team culture is reinforced through the behaviors and actions of its team members. We need to understand that building a strong team culture takes time and a lot of discomfort. It involves that every team member not only has a buy-in, but more importantly, a believe-in. It's important to understand that culture is everyone's responsibility, not just the leaders, not just the coaches, not just the managers. It's everyone's responsibility. Every single team member, regardless of rank, position, or status, must stay accountable, disciplined, and committed to the vision, standards, and goals of the team's culture. Again, culture is not a sometimes thing. It's an all-the-time thing. So let me ask you, what kind of culture do you have? Do you offer to help put down the cones before practice and help pick them up before having to be asked? When there's a piece of trash lying on the ground, do you walk past it because it wasn't yours? When one of your teammates is struggling, either on or off the field, do you show compassion or think, well, that's somebody else's job? When you're in the cafeteria or at the restaurant, do you clear your table, push in your chair, and thank the kitchen staff and those who contributed to your meal? Do you leave the change rooms better than you found them, both home and away? Do you pick up a towel or tape off the ground even though it wasn't yours? Do you own up to your own mistakes and shortcomings? Do you greet others in the hallways even if you don't know them? Do you know the janitor's name, the bus driver's name, the groundsman's name, the security guard's name? And do you thank them? Do you show appreciation to your loyal fans, those who come out to support you? When getting off the team bus, do you just grab your bag or do you help others? How do you speak about teammates and coaches when you're not around them? Can you respectfully give your teammates feedback and tell them that they could be better? Do you thank referees, umpires, officials, even if you had a bad game? If you're not in the starting lineup this week, do you accept to sit on the bench and give 100% support to your teammates? Or do you sulk and feel life is unfair? And last but not least, if everyone in your team had your attitude, what kind of culture would you have? So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one on team culture. I also hope you were able to self-reflect on some of those questions. You know, great team cultures come down to what we'd call the small things. You know, some of those questions you might have been thinking, well, why is that important? Well, what I've seen in great cultures and great organizations is that they have detail on these small things about how they treat other people and what contribution you can bring as an individual. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. This podcast is available on iTunes, Amazon Podcasts, YouTube, and via my website, allistairmccaw.com. Join me on social media. I'm on Twitter at Allistair McCaw, Facebook, Allistair McCaw page, on an Instagram, Be Champion Minded. So as always, remember you were made for greatness. Now go do the work. Stay champion minded.